Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. For the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. Faking the give, Darnold. It's complete to Watt. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Darnold completes it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Darnold on 3rd down. That's swung out wide to Harris. Runs over him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
You know, we always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. Again, it's Johnson. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson from 6 yards away. And the Steelers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. This is taken at the 15. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. 23 yards, the final tally. Darnold. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's third down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we get this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
It's brought in by Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Steelers.
We play to win.
6-0 our score after one.
Chiefs, nothing.
Darnold to throw again. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now it's Darnold. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Darnold on first down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Mahomes going to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now here's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. The 3-yard touchdown pass, where the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Short little throw to Ebron. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. Darnold from the red zone now. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two. They're going to throw for the two with Darnold. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Mahomes now on first down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And that'll bring up second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Check back 45. Check back 45. So we got man. 36. Hey, replay.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Get ready. 45 is light. Hey, watch the sled. Easy. 45.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add two more. A final shot before the break. Darnold. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
This time the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
They go play fake. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this...
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Darnold. That's swung out wide to Harris. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Darnold completes it and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Darnold to throw again. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool there to make the grab. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Five yards remain on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Ebron caught left side. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Quick slant, finding Claypool. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Boswell for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Next to score, Steelers 33, Chiefs 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Their bench will hit the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelce, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with the score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
From the 17, Darnold escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Darnold. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster from 17 yards out. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
First down, the Steelers.
Darnold from the gun. Short little throw to Ebron. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. Sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. McLeod to return it. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll manage maybe 10 yards, but they'll surrender that defensively, no problem. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
At the 36-yard line.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Steelers going to survive and advance as we say so long, everybody.